This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando.
Hey folks, welcome to Dice Commando, another Legion vid here. So doing a little theory crafting today, stuck inside on a snowy day. Got some time to just play around and do some theory crafting. So specifically wanted to talk about this guy, the clone medic, and how once he actually gets here, if he ever gets here, to be clear, my LGS doesn't, we haven't gotten him yet, the expansion yet for him, of course, the personal expansions. How I'm going to work him into my army, I plan on getting 2 of them to put them into my phase 2s. Now, I had already done kind of a hype video about him on why I was excited about him, but I hadn't really done any list crafting. So that's really what I wanted to do today. So before we go over to Tabletop Admiral and start playing around with some lists, I just want to remind everybody of the giveaway we have going on. Friends over at Gungai Games, they have put up basically an OP kit for us to distribute amongst our viewers. So reminder, you can go check Gungai out, of course, gungai.com. Commando 10 actually gets you 10% off your purchase at checkout, which is pretty sweet. So make sure to check them out again if you want to get involved in that giveaway. All you got to do is be a public subscriber, like and comment on one of our vids, and you're entered all through the month of February. So thanks, guys. Let's head on over to Tabletop Admiral and have our chat. All right, so we are over at Tabletop Admiral. What I have right now is my 800-point list for the clones. You know, there's a standard list you'll note down here. We have 800 of 800 with 8 activations. In this case, I'm using Rex and Obi-Wan. That's because those are the guys I have available from the starter and then the add-on. I have 2 sets of Phase 2 clones that are matched, both running Z6 with an extra dude. I have 1 Phase 1 that's running the RPS-6. That's a rocket launcher, also with an extra dude. And then 1 Phase 1s with just 1 Phase 1, 1 extra dude. My standard ARC Troopers and my ARC Trooper Strike Team, Echo leading the snipers and Fives leading the ARC Troopers. You'll notice this list is, of course, very, very standard to my skirmish list. There's, of course, an extra Phase 2 on there, and then Obi. And Obi's tricked out with Force Push because it's really, really good for doing all sorts of stuff. So, all right, now let's go ahead and talk Clone Medic. So, like I said, we had talked about him in a previous video. The logic there that I think holds is to put him in the more expensive unit because he has the same cost either way. So we're just going to put him in the Phase 2s. And like I said, I plan on buying 2 of those. So again, we're working off of what I have here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go in and we'll swap out the Phase 2 clone, the Clone Medic. We're just going to hit the plus infinity since they're both matched, and it'll change them both over. You'll notice now that we are, so we swapped out a 20 point for 13 point, so we should be plus 7 times 2, which is matching, so we're 814 of 800, which means we need to cut 14 points from somewhere. I mean, that the easiest way to do that is the RPS 6, and then we can do some other add-ons. I like the idea of having RPS 6, though. So what I actually want to do here, because remember what else comes in this expansion is we get the Clone Commander, this guy right here. You can see the card. He's bolster, gets direct. You can just issue that order, and then sharpshooter for whatever that's worth. And I mean, he's not that bad of a unit, right? So what I want to do here is I'm actually going to drop Obi. It's going to give us a ton of points to work with. I'm going to drop Obi. We're adding the Clone Commander. That lets us, so we now have 111 points to deal with, which means to start with we can go. I mean, we could add a whole. We will have to add a whole nother unit here. So the easiest thing for me to do personally, because Phase 2s are hard to get, I'm just going to go add another Phase 1 clones, right? Because I have the upgrade expansion, so I have that available. So we'll, of course, give him an extra dude. Phase 1 clone for 10 points. So now we see we have 2, we have 751, 50 points to work with. So what I do want to do is I want to go ahead and go back to Rex, because I didn't have points before to give him command. He's really our most important guy here, plus we have some bare bones units. So let's give him Esteemed Leader again. which lets others take shots for him. And now we have 700, so we have 44 points remaining. So how do we want to use that? I think having one bare bones clone. So we have 44 points, and basically the heavies for these guys are 20 to 21. Yeah, so 23 and 21. So, I mean, another Z6. Does another Z6 really hurt? I don't think it does. The other thing we could consider doing is adding a bark, because I have a bark. Actually, let's do. Well, I kind of like. Let's finish this list first, and then we can actually go see what would happen if we add a bark, right? Kind of just explore the different options. But the clone commander, I really like him. I don't know that he needs anything. But all right, so phase 1 clone. Let's go ahead and add. I like the DC 15 actually. Like it adds the 2 red dice at 1 to 4. So I think that's what we do. Now we have 17 points. So DC, that's actually, if we drop Esteemed Leader, I know it's a bare Rex, but if we drop Esteemed Leader, that lets me actually outfit my other clones with a Z6, I think. Oh, 801. Oh, we're 1 over. 1 over. So scrap that. Okay, so Esteemed Leader. Actually, at this point, we have enough that we might actually need to give actually, that's what we need to do. We need to go give our ARC Troopers an HQ uplink so they can issue themselves an order. Now we have 7 points available. All right, so we have 1 with a DC 15, 1 with an RPS 6. Esteemed Leader's on. We could give him a jetpack, actually. It's not a bad idea, because then you can kind of do some cool stuff from Pine Terrain. So that takes us to 798. Okay, so that gives us the option. Then we could go throw on one of the 2 drops. Actually, instead, since we have the points, let's scrap the jetpacks. And one of the ones I like for the snipers, I like the scopes, which I think is 6, right? Oh, it's 4. Oh, it's even better. So 797. Okay, so yeah, then we still have our 2 points. I think giving them the scopes is better than giving him yeah, I think that's better than giving the jetpack. Okay, so we have Rex with Esteemed Leader, a Bear Clone Commander, not a bad little unit. We have 2 Phase 2s, both with Medic and Z6, right? So there's where our healing is. We can try and keep one of the, right? And remember, Rex allows scouting, so we can actually bring those with Rex if we want. Or he has scouting party is what I mean, right? So he brings those with him. 3 different Phase 1 clones. This one down here is a token generator. We could even actually, depending on how points work, we could even drop, because if they're going to be our token generator, we could just consider dropping the extra Phase 1. Or maybe they're the ones that come with, Rex, and they, just kind of take hits for him with Esteemed Leader. And then ARC Troopers with 5s, and then our sniper team kind of sitting in back on its own doing its thing. Okay, so I think that looks pretty solid for me. Let's go ahead now and bring it, because again, we have the bark, obviously, from the core set. So it costs us, right? It's not like we have to go out and buy anything. So that's 60 points. So let's go back and drop our, doesn't that work out? Like, we just go drop our extra clones. And now we're at 795. And, I mean, we have to probably, like, the bark. I don't know. Do we need to do it? I don't know. I kind of like, see, remember, these are big points, though, right? Putting the extra gunner on him. I think it makes sense to do that, personally, because he has Arsenal. So I think it makes sense to give him the RPS. I think this one is just the way to go. So 15. So now we need to come up with 10 points. We could consider dropping the HQ, so we could drop the HQ up clink. That's an easy 10. We could just drop. We could drop a Phase 1. So we'd have to play around with that. I think having the HQ uplink on him is the right thing to do, I think, so he can kind of sit out on his own. Yeah, interesting. So, All right, so as I've been going through, I mean, that's pretty much it for today. Like I said, just theory crafting, having some fun, and chatting about it. So as I've been going through this, if you see some stuff that I'm doing wrong from a list building standpoint, please in the comments let me know. I know that the wargaming community is never hesitant to tell people when they're wrong. So please, by all means, help me out here. Give me your perspective of getting stuff on the table, especially because most of my experiences in skirmish and trying to go into an 800-point army definitely changes things. And let me know, is the HQ uplink the wrong thing? I think it's the right thing, and I think we should just drop an extra dude on one of these phase 1 units. So anyway, let me know what you're thinking. Again, thanks for joining me. I really enjoy doing these Legion videos. Nothing else, folks. Go Commando. Thank you.